because I like a challenge and I would like to win at the challenge. Mr. what's his name again? I feel like I am reading the slowest I've ever read. Only new readers know. Future me does not know yet. I've still yet to finish my first book. And am I potentially about to make a grave mistake and try to read in bed? Hello and welcome to today's video. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'm doing a 24-hour reading challenge. I have never done this before. I'm really excited to see how I do. I know there's a couple ways that people do this. Start a timer and you see how much you can read within the actual 24 hours since you start the timer. Or I know people will stop the timer when they go to bed and then restart it when they wake up. That's not gonna be me. I am not sleeping in the next 24 hours, which it's gonna be interesting because I've been awake for like 8 hours now, so I will be exhausted and this will be very hard for me to get through. Also, I am currently at my sister's house because I am pet sitting for the week, which I am also simultaneously my Kindle and my book. I am currently at my sister's house to pet sit for the week and I am vlogging that simultaneously, like I was just saying. That video is probably up before this one, I believe. I will link it down in the description when it is. When I see people do this challenge, I personally don't know how they're able to read 6 books within the 24 hours, but just in case, I do have a stack of books here because I got nervous and wasn't sure what kind of books I would want to read in the moment because I am very much a mood reader. But I also didn't want to not have as many books as possible in case I do weirdly finish a lot of them. Despite the fact that I have this pile here, my personal goal is that I will read 2 to 3 books within this video. Can you? No. One of my sister's cats is trying to attack the tripod right now. This is one of 2 of my sister's cats. This is Asher. He's super cute. He is like a couple months old. He is a toddler for sure. But before we start, I'm going to show you my potential TBR. First one being Queen of Shadow. I am currently reading this. If I'm to be completely honest, I've put this on hold to read other books, so I'm not too sure if I'm gonna be in the mood to read this today, especially because right now Kale is really annoying me, so I'm having troubles reading it because he is infuriating. Technically on the list, but I most likely won't read this. The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez, which I am really excited because I've never read actually I think all of these books I've never read a book by the authors. I got another blue one is Book Lovers by Emily Henry. No, I have never read an Emily Henry book. And then a little something different, I have Butcher and Blackbird, which I actually bought in a bookish vlog, which I will have on the screen right now if you want to go check it out. And then this is a book that I've technically already started, but I've only read like 3 chapters, and that is The Housemaid's Tale. If for some reason I don't enjoy any of the books that I just showed, I do have my trusty handy Kindle. So, and the timer officially starts now. Oh my god. Now. Officially hit the 2-hour mark and I am only that far into the book. I did decide to start with Book Lovers. I will say I am enjoying Emily Henry's writing style and I actually really like the banter that's going on between her and I'm assuming the male lead, Mr. what's his name again? Charlie. I will say that I am enjoying the little banter snippets that we've gotten between Charlie and Nora. I am quite literally only 60 pages into this book. I would love to say that I've at least hit 100 pages by the 2-hour mark, but unfortunately I have discovered I feel like I'm reading really slow today, and it's probably because I've already had like a full day to myself and then just dove right into reading for the next 24 hours. But I have learned that at the moment I have a 30 page per hour reading speed. Explains why I'm like, how do people read like 6 books within the 24 hours? It's because I'm reading 30 pages an hour. I'm gonna continue reading, but I will say I am enjoying the book and I can't wait to see more banter between Charlie and Nora. But who is this lovely green-eyed wonderful man in a flannel? I need to know. Does that mean that this book is a potential love triangle? I'm not too sure. Only new readers know. Future me does not know yet, so. They've just bumped into each other. He should not be giggling already. This just turned smutty. I wasn't ready for it to happen that fast. And now I'm like, I wish I were joking, but I'm only just shy of 200 pages and I feel like I am reading the slowest I've ever read and am now regretting starting this after I've already had a day's worth of being awake. I am currently at the 16-hour mark. There's 16 hours left, which I could very much read 2 books within that time frame for sure. With the pace that I'm going at, I'm struggling. I'm only like halfway, basically. I blame my 7K walk I did today, and I also blame the fact that I let an entire day happen before this. Don't get me wrong, I'm really enjoying this book, by the way. That's the only thing that's pushing me through. Honestly, if I fall asleep while actively reading, I wouldn't be surprised. That's never happened to me. I've never been that person where that even happened. Today might be a first. Just came upstairs to take out my contact. They've been in my eyeballs for far too long. The timer is currently at 14 hours and 42 minutes left, and am I potentially about to make a grave mistake and try to read in bed opposed to on the couch? Possibly. I don't care enough that I'm gonna lay here. I'm gonna try to read some more. If I even finish this book within 24 hours, I will be shocked. I just realized I closed the book and I don't have a bookmark in it. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I'm gonna try to do this 24-hour challenge again. I will try to do it where I start right when I wake up. I'm gonna try to read in this really comfy bed with my really comfy, soft squishmallow. I've almost been awake for 24 hours, technically. I may have fallen asleep. I need to still fix the camera screen, but it is the morning, and I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep. I slept for like 5 hours, and as much as I want to sleep for a lot more than 5 hours, I have to feed the cats, and I would still like to continue reading for my 24-hour reading challenge. Even though in my eyes, I like kind of failed it because I didn't stay up and read for the whole 24 hours, which was my goal. So naturally, this just means that I'm gonna have to do this challenge again because I like a challenge and I would like to win at the challenge. So. is why I'm struggling to read with this cat just now doing enough with me. Also, it's 1:26, which means I have about 7 hours left of this challenge. I can't tell you the exact time because my iPad is upstairs. In the meantime, me and Mr. over here are gonna read, and he's probably gonna continue whipping me in the face with his tail. You're lucky you're cute. So I had a feeling that Charlie was gonna drop this bomb on her, and I was right, and I just... Oh my god. I am on page 299, so I know that I have less than 100 pages left, and it is 2:30. I only have 6 hours left, and I've still yet to finish my first book. I really thought I could read 3 books. I needed to be known. Mentioned it at the beginning. I had no intent of reading all the books that I shared. Those were just my options. If I hadn't slept for 5 hours, I definitely would have finished 2 books. I've also come to the realization how slow my reading pace is. Yeah, I don't know how people can read so fast, but at least I'm here enjoying the book, and that's all that matters. Right. Also, I should probably eat brunch. Because I haven't had breakfast. Without spoilers, I would just like to say that my guess is that for some reason, Libby will be the savior to the bookstore. That's all I'm saying, if you get what I mean at this point in the book. Or we go with the very cliche, which the whole beginning of the book has been talking about. Today is obviously a fail. We've come to that conclusion. However, there's about 3 hours left of this challenge, and I just finished Book Lovers. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna give my rating at the end, but my general thoughts finishing it is that I love it. It's cute. It's wonderful. The way Emily Henry writes her banter, I do really like it. I was a little nervous because obviously when there's a lot of hype around a particular author, you're like, am I gonna like it? Or is it just people are going with the flow and following the trends? But I can happily say that I did really enjoy this, and I do really like her writing style, and we'll be picking up future books from her. All I gotta say, what did I say? I was right. I do really like the characters. It's getting really cliche in the romance novels of, oh, I got my life put together and stuff like that, but I have to take care of my family trope. It's getting a little repetitive with the last few books that I've read that are romances. Anyways, I'm gonna go sit outside for the next 3 hours, and I'm actually going to start reading Fletcher and Blackbird. So all I did was open the back door so I could go read, and this one comes running. And then this one from upstairs, she hasn't hung out with us all day, and now she decides, oh, I opened this door, I'm gonna come. But hello. Me and Asher have been bonding, but you've been upstairs like the princess that you are. Wait, this book has a playlist with QR code. So update, I came inside after like maybe 10 minutes outside because I was being attacked by a fly or a wasp. I wasn't sure, and I was not about to find out. I came in and I've been reading, and there's people walking in front of the house. But I'm not very far because I keep having to stop because I'm giggling and kicking my feet for this couple, and I'm only a couple chapters in. To be specific, I am currently on chapter 43. Did I just say chapter? I meant page. I'm on chapter, no. I'm on page 43, more or less an hour until the 24-hour timer is up, even though, as we know, I already failed this challenge, but I figured I would still try to read for as much of it as I can. Also, there's a little birdie outside. I'm enjoying this, and I would just like to say that the serial killers in this should not be charming, but right now they are, and I'm here for it. Well, now that I've finished that chapter, I'm currently ending on page 72. Actually, wait, no, because I just read 2 extra pages. So I read up to page 69 in Butcher and Blackbird, and I am very much enjoying this book. Very much so. And I might just continue reading it, even though the 24 hours is technically up. I will give you more of my thoughts momentarily, but I do need to go eat some dinner, and I think I'm gonna go out to get some fast food or something like that because I am not cooking right now. Absolutely not. It is almost 9 p.m. Don't mind the subtle change in my voice because I'm currently sick, but I'm realizing that I never finished this vlog, and I figured I would give you my little thoughts at the end of it, as well as some stats, because personally I'm interested in that regarding like reading challenges. I did end up enjoying both of the books that I read in this vlog, and I ended up giving Book Lovers a 4-star because I really liked it. I really liked the banter and the relationships and all the different characters throughout the entire story. However, towards the end it did kind of feel very cliche, but I think that's just because I was reading a lot of romance novels that kind of had that same like, I got my stuff together but my family's kind of falling apart, or there's problems going on that I need to fix. And since reading this book, I have picked up more Emily Henry books, and I do really like her writing style, especially the banter. The banter is so good. And then I read Butcher and Blackbird. That book I only read 69 pages, which is very fitting for the book that it is. But I actually really enjoyed that book, and I ended up finishing it like the next day or something like that. I will let you know that I did end up rating it a 4 stars as well. It did start off having that 5-star feeling, but I want to say around the 50-60% mark something switched. It kind of felt like the relationship between our 2 main characters shifted in a way that I personally didn't enjoy so much compared to the hee-hee-ha-ha moments beforehand. But overall I really enjoyed the book. So for those that are wondering, I read a total of 446 pages within 24 hours. So technically I read 2 books, but really I read like 1.2 books because I read about 20% of Butcher and Blackbird, which averages out to a reading speed of 8.5 pages per hour. However, I did take the 5-hour nap, so I didn't do that math. It would have been different if I read for those 5 hours, but because we are counting the whole 24 hours, technically it was 8.5 pages per hour. But those are my stats for this 24-hour reading challenge. Like I said earlier in this vlog, I do plan to eventually do this challenge again because I do think I could do it. I do think I could stay awake. I do think I could also read a lot more if I start reading earlier in the day. My issue was that I did have a whole day ahead of me before the reading challenge, and I did like a 7K walk right before, so I was physically and starting to become mentally exhausted. I do plan to do this challenge again at some point. I don't know when, but it will happen because I feel like I failed it because I fell asleep. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure to drink plenty of water, don't skip any meals, and get plenty of sleep. All the things that I don't do, and I will see you guys in my next vlog. Bye. I will successfully complete this challenge. This time was a fail, but I will successfully complete it. I mark my words.